so lucky I had a technical problem. Yeah, I was talking about redeem Israel, O God, out of all his troubles. Okay, verse 22. And now we read Psalms 26, real quick. Judge me, O Lord, for I have walked in mine integrity. I have trusted also in the Lord. Therefore I shall not slide. Examine me, O Lord, and provide me. Try my reins and my heart. For thy loving kindness is before mine eyes, and I have walked in thy truth. I have not sat with vain persons, okay, neither will I go in with dissemblers. I have hated the congregation of evildoers, and will not sit with the wicked. Yeah, you can actually argue, okay, that you know, in your free time, you know, if you are around people and you see they are overly evil, okay, overly wicked, let's just say it that way, okay, then of course your natural man already says why I'm around these people. Okay, so I don't say it's 100% every time possible to be not around people, and that would be isolation, and isolation is not really spiritual. Okay, but you know, certain people out there are really overly wicked. Okay, so of course you don't want to be around those people. Yeah, this is verse 5. I have hated the congregation of evildoers and will not sit with the wicked. I will wash mine hands in innocency, so will I compass thine altar, O Lord, that I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and tell of thy wondrous works. Lord, I have loved the habitation of thy house and the place where thine honor dwelleth. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men. Yeah, you will have a lot of bloody men in these days of war really soon, not just somewhere, not just, so to speak, okay, somewhere in Russia, which doesn't have anything to do with me, of course. It has something to do with your country. Okay, it has something to do with your country. Everything that happens in these 4 countries, you would call it 4 countries, they are not actually not so far, okay, has something to do with your country. That I may publish with the voice of thanksgiving and tell of all thy wondrous works. Lord, I have loved the habitation of thy house and the place where thine honor dwelleth. Gather not my soul with sinners, nor my life with bloody men, in whose hands is mischief, and their right hand is full of bribes. But as for me, I will walk in mine integrity, redeem me and be merciful unto me. My foot standeth in an even place in the congregations, will I bless the Lord. Yeah, I had a technical problem, so really I just was reading Psalms 26 also. Okay, but let's just continue with Psalms 27. The Lord is my light and my salvation, whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life, of whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes, came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Dog and host should encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Dog war shall rise against me, in this will I be confident. Yeah, if war really comes to Germany, then we are basically confident. Okay, or we should be confident. Yeah, because really really, what can we do? Okay, we can basically do nothing. Okay, we can basically do nothing. Okay, without the Lord. Okay, you cannot go to the military right now. Okay, even if you might think you are a person that belongs there. Okay, you can't go there. Okay. Yeah, and it's like there's always somebody who has a little bit more weapons than you. There's always somebody who has a little bit more hacking tools than you. There's always someone who has a little bit more, I don't know, dogs than you, okay, or a bigger dog than you. So it's a matter of who has the protection in the end. Okay, who has the protection of the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yahushai in the end. Okay, because as a human being, really you can do nothing. Okay, you can just be a witness of these days. Okay, but like in war, people die. Okay, in a war, people die. Basically, as a man or as a woman, okay, there's just living or dying, basically. Okay, there is nothing else than you can do. And if we know through the scriptures that life and death are in the hands of the Lord, then basically you know that you can basically do really nothing. Okay? Nothing. When the wicked, even mine enemies and my foes came upon me to eat up my flesh, they stumbled and fell. Dog and host shall encamp against me, my heart shall not fear. Dog war shall rise against me, in this will I be confident. One thing I have desired of the Lord, that I will seek after, that I may dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, to behold the beauty of the Lord, and to inquire in his temple. For in the time of trouble he shall hide me in his pavilion, in the secret of his tabernacle shall he hide me, and he shall set me up upon a rock. And now shall mine head be lifted up above mine enemies round about me. Therefore will I offer in his tabernacle sacrifices of joy. I will sing, I will sing praises unto the Lord. Hear, O Lord, when I cry with my voice. Have mercy also upon me, and answer me. When thou saidst, seek ye my face, my heart said unto thee, thy face, Lord, I will seek. Hide not thy face far from me, put not thy servant away in anger. Thou hast been my help, leave me not, neither forsake me, O God of my salvation. When my father and my mother forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Yeah, and that is how you have to think. Okay, whatever happens. Okay, if your landlord, okay, if you're the one where you rent your flat, from, if he cancels the contract, okay, then you have the brotherhood, right? Even if you, for whatever reason, not around a brother in these last days, okay, we know it, some will land in prison, okay, we don't know, but okay, but there's always a way out, basically. Okay, there's always, that's the benefit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that you can't, that he is also invisible, first and foremost, because you don't have to fear that he somehow is not there. He is basically always there. Okay, and the proof for that is that you don't have to see it. you don't have to see it, but you know it. Okay, I don't know if that makes sense for you, but the scripture says it right there. Okay, if we see that it's not fate, because fate is the proof for the thing that you don't see, basically. Okay. Yeah. So it might be that you live, many young people in not just, not just Germany, not just America, but in the whole world, many young people still live with their parents. It might be a cost aspect to it, but it's like a lot of people, young people are still living at their parents' house, and that's not even a super bad thing, but like it says here, when my mother and my father forsake me, then the Lord will take me up. Yeah, basically there's always the Lord in the background to take you up, doesn't matter what happens. Okay? Come. Okay, that is how you have to think. Okay, I just heard from a German man who lived in a train. Okay, which I wouldn't do that in these days here in Germany, because you have a lot of thieves. Okay, nowadays you have a lot of thieves. You have a lot of criminals, a lot of violent people in those trains these days. So that is maybe not a good thing, but if it happens, then guess what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai in the background got you safe, okay? But it's of course an aspect that really, it's kind of like stress, okay? It is stress, okay? That thought alone is stress, I would say, okay? That we have a lot of aspects that you can't really see before they happen. Okay, and again, it might happen that you are alone in these last days, and if you know how to survive, okay, then that would be not a too big problem. Verse 11, teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. Yeah, and we have a lot of enemies, and if you think about the last days, I don't want to say too much on the topic, but not everybody sees you as an enemy, okay? If we are in a time where everybody has the mark implanted, okay? Every last 5G tower out there has you somewhat located, okay? So really a completely different time, okay, compared to the last centuries. Okay, you have a lot of technology around. You have a lot of enemies. Okay, those enemies, the real enemies, they are, guess what, in the background. Okay, those are those super rich families in the background. Okay. Predictive programming, coming with all that stuff, just to have everybody in the end chipped, okay? Just to have everybody chipped. And this is basically the main thing that those background evildoers do against you. It's kind of like hybrid war. Okay, because they don't harm you, okay? They don't harm you directly, physically. Might be with their laws, okay? Scripture talks about that, okay? About the stupid laws, basically, oftentimes. So what they do is they work in the background, right? And what is their main arrow? Okay, the main arrow that they shoot. Okay, the main arrow that they shoot is, okay, the MOTB. Okay, the mark of the Ant Beast. Okay, and if you take that mark, then you know that you are sieged by those rich families. Okay, basically. Okay, so what you see in these last days is, okay, that makes you an enemy first and foremost to those super rich evildoers from the background, okay, working from the background. But it doesn't make you necessarily an enemy to normal people, okay. They just chip, but you know, a lack of knowledge basically, okay. This is why they are chipped, okay. But it doesn't mean that they see you necessarily as a super enemy, okay. Or you have to see them as somebody who's walking around with a knife, killing you if you go too near to them. Okay, just try to be, you know, out of everything, so to speak. This is why you shouldn't go vote. Okay, and such. Okay. So really, this book with its words gives you all what you need in these last days to make good decisions. Doesn't matter if people around you are chipped or not, okay? Doesn't matter if sometimes when I do camp, somebody, I don't know, maybe Arabian, I don't know, shows up and talks about, oh, people are already chipped. Yeah, of course, you know, of course you have nanotechnology, what the F everywhere in your food, in your you know, this may be what he means, but no, nobody had put a chip, okay, under my skin. No, nobody put that wise mark, you know, had that wise mark, okay. Nobody put it that wise mark under my skin. No, okay, that wise corn, you know, under your skin on your left hand or your right hand. No, okay. Is there nanotechnology and whatsoever? Okay, yes, but that's not the master plan. The master plan is to chip you, okay, in your right hand or your forehead, okay, or you would call it today also, you know, they have these different implants. Yeah, it's an implant, okay. They have like this that one dude with the who's on the wheelchair. The one dude, he has that what is it called from Elon Musk? Okay, this brain chip. Yeah, brain implant. Okay, so that brain implant. Okay, that is yeah, that is also the chip. Okay, so we don't talk about nanotechnology first and foremost. First and foremost, we talk about a chip that is implanted into your forehead, which can also be again your brain implant there, okay, or your hands, okay, because it says right hand, I believe, right? But it can be also the left hand, of course. Like, of course, it can be. It is your hand, okay. This is what it means, your hand. Okay, so that is what we talk about. Okay. Crazy insects, man. Yeah, so that is no nanotechnology. Even if they do a lot of course, a lot of crazy stuff with that nanotechnology. Okay, But if you around nano, if we only talk, if we would talk only about nanotechnology, okay, then you you know, then you would have to admit that everything has nano toxic, you know, like every toxic stuff, you know, that just if you take a shower, okay, and there comes some, I don't know, hormones, okay, hormones from the tap water, okay, you was drinking hormones basically just by showering, okay, isn't that so? You know, so if we go technical, then we have to be first of all that, okay, and with that nano stuff, whoa, okay, okay. If we talk about nano stuff, then I already ate pork, okay, swine's flesh, okay, because you're, I don't know, or doesn't even need to be dead, okay, it's maybe just what is it, yeah, like you said, nanotechnology, okay, through nano food technology or just natural food, you have stuff, you ate stuff already that is forbidden according to the law, okay, so it's not about that, it can't be about that, okay, can't be about that. But of course there's something to that nanotechnology, okay. Yeah, but I want to close it here. Still really, verse 11 real quick, teach me thy way, O Lord, and lead me in a plain path because of mine enemies. Deliver me not over unto the will of mine enemies, for false witnesses are risen up against me, and such as breathe out cruelty. I had fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. Wait on the Lord, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thine heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. Yeah, really interesting. Okay, be of good courage. Okay, think about the Lord with a good mind. You know, like he's not you know, for you know, we came not into the truth to look for everlasting destruction, okay, of you know, to have a to lose our hope, okay. We came into this truth to win hope, okay. So with that, all praises to Yahweh, Bar Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Bar Hashem and Kakodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Shalom. You know, so it's lucky that I'm not so near to the camera, but it, you know, it's not so, as long as you hear me, that's the important thing. Shalom.